Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I did a werewolf special showing you my whole werewolf collection together, and since I did the last one, quite a few new additions have joined the collection, so here's a new updated werewolf collection display video. Hope you enjoy it, folks. I'm a big werewolf fan. Let me know what you're into. You know, what's your favorite werewolf movie? What's your favorite werewolf design? And if you had to have one of these werewolves from one of these famous werewolf movies coming after you, which one would you least like to have coming after you? For me, it would be Eddie Quist from the Howling. Just a terrifying werewolf. And I was just rewatching some of the scenes on YouTube before I started filming, where he is in the office and he takes the folder. Oh, what's her name? I forget the character's name now, the lady he kills in there, but I mean, that is just the truest depiction of a werewolf ever put on film. That scene in the office. Just the most frightening werewolf. Straight from hell. Purely demonic and evil. And you really get this sense that Eddie Quist is still totally present when he's in werewolf form. And he really enjoys drawing it out and terrifying the victim as long as possible. And just reveling in their fear before he finally sinks his fangs in. But then we got American Werewolf in London and the NECA figures that came out recently. These are incredible. Jack Goodman and David Kessler. The Ultimate figures. It was a double pack. Absolutely love these two figures though, folks. Can't recommend them enough. And I'm going to have to get one more set so I can display Jack in his different versions. But keep him clean for now. Roaming the moors before it all went wrong, and they made it to the Slaughtered Lamb. And that sign, there is quite a recent release of a Slaughtered Lamb sign. It's about £105 or 120 posted, I think, to me when I was thinking about buying it. Luckily I watched a video on YouTube. I'll probably flash up that video on the screen for you. It stopped me from buying it, and I'm glad it did, because a friend of mine got in touch with me and let me know that this was on eBay. And I'll show you on my phone the actual listing so you can find it yourself. But this was like £20, and it's not made of wood like the more expensive one that's out there. But the actual Slaughtered Lamb sign is gorgeous. Like, it's perfect. And it's on the other side as well. And it swings and does everything it's supposed to do. So that saves me like £100, you know. So that's what I would recommend to display with your David Kessler and Jack Goodman figures. So that was the listing on eBay from Legion Gifts. It's the name of his shop. I was actually $24.99 plus £3 postage. A bit more expensive than I said, but still a hell of a lot cheaper than that other alternative version that's out there at the moment. So I'd recommend that for sure. I was going to review this today, but I figured just get on with the werewolf collection video and just talk about it in this video. More people will probably see it that way, and it will enhance your American Werewolf in London NECA figure collection. And then you got the Kessler Wolf from the movie. I got two of them because he did come with two head sculpts, one with the closed mouth, one with the open mouth. This one's clean. And the open mouth got displayed like this on a beautiful display stand by Matt Weaver, Wicked Designs on Instagram. It allows you to pose him like he's leaping forward, which he did a lot. I mean, that's how he attacked Jack, and that's how he attacked David. That's how he took the cop's head off at the end when he burst through the shutters in Piccadilly. He leaped at people a lot. So it's a really, really nice stand. You can see how it works there. And you get the cool 3D title, and it's just a beautiful way to display this piece. It's definitely worth having two of these, folks. I just had to. One for just prowling around like this on the moors, and then the full rage and carnage and destruction. The camera keeps focusing on all the multiple different characters around. You got the Wolfman by NECA there, the Ultimate one. They did this in black and white as well. That's a great figure. Check out the review on that one on the channel. They've all been reviewed, every single thing, apart from probably this bust by Sideshow Collectibles. I've got the Frankenstein and the Dracula one as well. It was a 3-pack. And you got the Nightmare Demon there from NECA, from American Werewolf in London. Need to get 3 more of them so I can display all the different head sculpts. Got a werewolf in the background my girlfriend got me. There we go, focus. He's just perched on some skulls there. I did add the fangs because he didn't really have any teeth, and I thought that was strange, so added those big fangs at the front. They're a bit, maybe a bit too long. I wanted to go, really vicious looking. You might think they look a bit like walrus tusks, but I think they take it up a notch. Got some random Doctor Who werewolf. Remember that episode when that aired? It's actually a pretty good werewolf, and it's a decent figure. It's not too bad. Really good posability with this. You can have him, biped, hind legs, or total quadruped, all 4s, and the head will move to allow for all that. It's actually a really good figure. You can find that pretty easily on eBay. Doctor Who werewolf figure. It's decent. Now down there, recently reviewed a sample of the Howling 1/12 scale werewolf figure, Eddie Quest, by Syndicate Collectibles. Check out the review if you haven't seen it. It's going to be a really, really popular figure when it releases. And we've got the Sota Toys Dog Soldiers werewolf. Now that is my favourite werewolf movie, Dog Soldiers. That's the one. And if you're watching this and you haven't seen Dog Soldiers, stop what you're doing and get on with doing that. Seriously, check out that movie. It is a pure werewolf movie. I feel The Howling is a pure werewolf movie. But yeah, Dog Soldiers, man. There's the poster. Awesome poster. Inspired by The Omen. It was originally going to be called Night of the Werewolves, but they, thought they sounded too much like Night of the Living Dead, so they went with Dog Soldiers. I actually did a cool interview on the channel with one of the producers from the movie years ago, but it's still on the channel. If you search D-Night333 Dog Soldiers interview, you should be able to find it. It's interesting, lots of cool stories. And yeah, I have a sealed one here, and they are very rare now and very expensive on eBay, but I'm going to keep this one sealed up. That's the brown version in there. It comes with 2 heads, the diorama base, severed arm, bullet holes in the wall behind him, all guts on the floor. And this is the Virgin exclusive grey bloody variant or something like that. They are prone to lean forward over time and snap, so I super glued all those areas just to make sure that never happens. But it's a great figure from my favourite werewolf movie. Speaking of Dog Soldiers, we have a custom Dog Soldiers 1/6 scale figure, very few in existence. This is by Bree Toons on Instagram and Facebook. Awesome job by Bree. Pretty much like a prototype really for a better one that's coming down the line, and I love it though. Look at that. It's a really scary design for the werewolves. I mean, just a straight up wolf head, and that works really well for the movie. Whereas the Howling went a little bit more demonic with it, like really to a very dark place visually. The sounds they make, the way they move, terrifying. There's that Toonie Terrors set back there. I really like that. And you get a really cool picture diorama of the Slaughtered Lamb pub in the box for photography. Check out the review to see all that stuff. And I like to think that's actually the werewolf that attacked Jack, rather than being David Kessler as the werewolf. So it's nice to have, even though it's more of a cartoonish version, I like to think of that as the werewolf that was on the moors that night. This American Werewolf in London bust is by Sota Toys, and there's only 1,000 of them made. I don't know how easy it would be to come by one of these now. I do look occasionally on eBay just to see if they're around, and I think I've seen one once, and I was very lucky to get this. I don't remember purchasing it. I must have, probably up London, Forbidden Planet in London. Down the road from Forbidden Planet there used to be a smaller place called the Cinema Store. I think that's where I got this. That was a really great shop, and unfortunately it's not there anymore. They always had the best stuff. So I really love the artwork for the American Werewolf in London Necker boxes, so I really wanted to find a way to display them without taking up space or real estate for the actual figures and statues. So I just decided to pop a nail in the wall and just hang them like this. I love those two boxes so much, especially this one. Incredible artwork. Absolutely awesome. So they are on display now. And death is perched above them. Been working on this shelf up here too. Got it looking pretty clean. Everyone in attendance. And we got down the other end too. Might take a quick closer look at that later on in the video. And you got the Veteran William werewolf figure, which comes with a lot of stuff. You can display them in a whole bunch of different variations, looks. I've just gone pure werewolf with this one. I do have another one. I had to buy two. I do plan on repainting the other one. The loose collector werewolf figures, I can't seem to find them. I can find the white version, but I'm not really keen on that. I want the black one, but just can't seem to find one. It's sold out everywhere. If anyone watching knows of a way to get one, let me know. I appreciate that. And you got the Coup Models 1/6 scale werewolf. That was one of my first real werewolf figures, and it's still an absolutely incredible one. I was so excited to get this back when I pre-ordered it with 16kit.com many years ago, but I've always intended on changing the clothes. Haven't quite got around to that yet. But that's a really cool piece. And we got some other little bits and pieces on the shelf too. We got some Freddy. Some more Freddy, some classic Freddy. McFarlane figure action right there. Did switch the hand though. The gloved hand broke over the years, as I'm sure many people are well aware of that situation. Those blades on those gloves for this McFarlane Freddy, they just didn't last. Amazing glove there by Shadow Fergo. Real metal blades. Everything moves. It's really sharp. And you got a Mezco 1/12 scale Freddy there too. Love that one. And you got the Scream Greats Trick or Treat Studios Myers figure. It's fantastic. And we got a beautiful Halloween #1 comic signed by John Carpenter himself. That's one of the jewels in my collection now. One of the sometimes I don't even believe I have this. It's so perfect. The cover, the condition, it's graded and sealed. And it's got John Carpenter's signature on the most iconic image of Michael Myers you can find. And you got Loomis by Necker. That's an amazing piece right there. That's a really great figure. And even though they're a bit out of place, I really missed having my Buzz and Woody on the shelves. They're so great. I mean, I heavily modified and customized them. There's videos on the channel all about that, but they turned out really, really sweet. And we've got Myers stuff just on the end. I always have to try and find somewhere to display my H40 mask. It's one of my favourite things I have. And some other cool stuff. Scattered around, just trying to cram everything in. And we got some old Star Wars stuff, just one on the shelf. I got others in storage, really good condition. And a Street Hawk little tribute there. Absolutely love Street Hawk, 80s TV show, crime fighting, motorcycle riding badass, Jesse Mark. And we got an old Howling special edition on DVD. Had that many years. And you got the spare head from the Syndicate Collectibles Howling figure. And we got a really nice small version of the statue of the Howling Eddie Quist Werewolf by, was it PCS Collectibles? That's it. PCS. But that was thanks to Slasher Junkie on YouTube. He helped me get that. Really, as soon as I found out it was available, I was just desperate. I was like, I need to find someone to help me get this. And I just reached out to the dude because he reviewed it and he said yes. He got it for me. Sent him the cash. It's all good. And we got some more cool models werewolves, this time 1/12 scale. We got a kind of snow themed one. And more of a forest, darker werewolf. And they're really good. Check out the review for those. Everything's been reviewed already. But it sure is nice to have everything displayed. It took about 2 days to figure all this out because I had to sacrifice all the Godzilla shelf. That was all Godzilla here. And now I've had to move Godzilla just into storage again. I've got loads of stuff in storage, man. Like, remember all the Jurassic Park dinosaur stuff I reviewed? None of that's on display. Like literally just one thing is over here. My Rexy that I built and painted myself. But other than that, everything's in storage. So, damn it. There's never enough space, is there? What are you gonna do? I think that's it. I think I've shown all of the werewolf stuff now. And we'll just go back to Eddie Quist here for a moment. Now I have ordered a new updated head sculpt from David Eakins for this figure. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this head because I love this head. But when I saw the new one, you know, there's no denying, it just looked more, you know, more accurate, I guess. Not that this doesn't look accurate. I think this is friggin' perfect. That's why I was overjoyed to, you know, own the thing. But I do have another head coming. I'm going to keep this head too. I guess I could just switch them out sometimes, but I don't want to be messing around, like, switching heads, especially with all this hair involved. I used Michael Myers' knife there, his little knife. That's what I used to style the hair and get it to kind of stick out like this, because, you know, when a wolf attacks, kind of hair sticks up. Obviously I don't want him to look like he's been electrocuted, but I want him to look feral, you know, and not all neat and tidy. I spend a lot of time making sure the hair's kind of full, gravity wise, just kind of hang down like that there, and around his face, kind of just get him lifted up a little bit. Just makes him look really mean and intense. But yeah, I have another head coming in the near future, and I'll review that. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. But yeah, it's that thing, isn't it? It's like, what am I going to do with this head? I don't, you know, I'll probably just stick it on a stick, like a little, like I do with, like the Freddy head there. The way it's just displayed on a little stick beside the figure itself. And that's a beautiful Freddy now. All those years I've been dreaming of having a part 2 Freddy, and there's no denying now. No one can say, you still ain't got one because this isn't right or that isn't right. almost there. I've got the hat, the head sculpts, the sweater, the glove, kind of, because I repainted one of the sideshow gloves to look more like the colouring of the part 2 glove, but that's not really gonna cut it. I'll have to figure the glove out later, but we're getting there, man. We're getting really close to a good, solid Freddy's Revenge Part 2 Freddy. And that Bela Lugosi is a stunning piece by Caustic Plastic. Beautiful figure. Look at that. Just perfection. And you love their vampires. Caustic Plastic, we're getting a lot of vampires, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's Nosferatu by Caustic Plastic as well. It's an amazing piece. There's that incredible 1/12 scale statue, Pumpkinhead by Syndicate Collectibles. Absolutely dead on perfect sculpt, paint, accuracy, everything. And they give you free heads. There's my custom Santa art from Terrifier 3, giggling while he looks at the back of Death's head, thinking, I'm catching up with you, I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm hot on your heels, Death. That's what Art's thinking. Yeah, that was not an easy task, putting this outfit together and finding all the right parts. It was trial and error. But I do have another set of, clothing. Wanted to try and make a less bloody version. It was clean originally, but I did get a bit carried away with the red stuff. But that's cool. I mean, after that scene in the shower room, he got pretty damn bloody looking. But yeah, that was an awesome gift from my mum. The death statue, it's 1/6 scale as well. So what better for a horror 1/6 scale display? If you got Myers and you got Freddy and you got Jason and all those guys, you gotta have death. Now I know Papa here doesn't really belong on a shelf of slasher icons, but I don't really have anywhere else to put him, and I really want him on display, and he kind of looks cool up here with everyone else. But I love this figure, I love the band, especially the first 3 albums. I've been really into the second album for a good while now. It's just awesome. Do really like me some Ghost. I'm really proud of the 2 videos I did on this piece. I did the review and then I did a showcase video after that, and I was proud of it because the videos I'd seen before really made this look like just a doll, really kind of just doll-like. And I thought to myself, I know I can get something out of this. I know I can pose it a certain way and have an atmosphere. I spent ages finding music for those videos, and it turned out to work really well and sound quite a lot like Ghost at times. But I'm really proud of those 2 videos because I really showed that it is more than that. It's more than just a doll looking figure. It's actually quite fantastic when you spend some time with it and pose it, and it's just a really cool presence. But check out those 2 videos if you haven't seen them, because I spent a lot of effort on those ones. They're not getting much views, but hopefully over time it will trickle along and just people will discover them. And then you got the Alien and Predator section, which is pretty crammed. I don't have the space to spread them out as they should be, to be seen the way they deserve to be seen. but everything's here. You got 2 1/6 Predators are actually on the other shelf behind me. The Jungle Hunter from the original movie and the City Hunter from Predator 2. They're up here at the moment, and I need to sort this shelf out because there's a lot of things that don't really belong up here, like Mr. T-Rex there and Myers. Don't know where to put him right now. Yes, need to figure out the shelves on this side of the room. And because of Justin's collection again, just a random video I decided to watch while I was having my dinner. He reviewed, I think it's called SH Hero, I think that was it, a company I've never dealt with before, but he reviewed a 1/6 scale animated Batman figure, and he showed that there was another version he also had called the Shadow Hero, I think it is, because it's not licensed, but it's the animated series 1/6 scale Batman figure, just like this statue here, which I didn't need because this statue is 1/6 scale and it's a perfect, absolutely perfect representation of the animated series Batman and Kevin Conroy. You don't need anything if you've got this, but I still went and bought that 1/6 scale figure now because of Justin's video. So at least I have something else coming, something I can look forward to reviewing for you in the next week or two. A really cool Batman figure, so that's going to be fun, but it is Justin's fault. At the end of the horror shelf, we've got this zombie T-Rex, which I recently reviewed. I heavily customized this one with, fake blood, made him a lot more gory, but that's a really cool piece. And you got the big Syndicate Collectibles Pumpkinhead 1/6 scale figure right there. That is a masterpiece. They absolutely kill it when it comes to Pumpkinhead. And then we got all the other horror icons as well. We got David from the Lost Boys, that's a new arrival, quite recent. Have to display that other head with him on the little stand there. The stands come with the Rebor grab and go T-Rex figure, if you're curious. They're actually meant for holding up T-Rex dinosaurs, but I used them for displaying the heads. And we've got my 2018 Myers, repainted Tots head sculpt, custom coveralls, custom knife by Shadow Fergo. You've seen it all before, so I won't do this all again because I've only quite recently given the whole tour of the horror shelf, but that's how it's looking at the moment. And yeah, that's everything accounted for. And you got Ash down the end here and Jeepers Creepers. That's a really cool Ash figure right there from Evil Dead 2. Beautiful piece. Alright, so I'll see you guys on the channel soon, folks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button on this video for me. It helps more people discover the video. Really appreciate that. We got some werewolf stuff coming. Movie wise, we've got Werewolves, the one that's kind of like, I don't know, they kind of say it's like The Purge but with werewolves. I'm looking forward to that one. The Wolfman movie, yeah, I don't know about that one, folks. I don't know about that. We are due another really good werewolf film. It was heartbreaking news recently, and maybe some of you guys watching this video now wouldn't have actually heard about this yet, but on Neil Marshall, the director of Dog Soldier's Instagram, he did say that unfortunately after years and years of trying to get the rights back, it's complicated, something to do with the rights to the movie. He's unable to make a sequel to Dog Soldiers. After all these years he's been trying because the fans wanted it, but it's not going to happen. So he did say that's no reason, there's no reason why he can't make another werewolf movie, and that's what he's doing. He's making another werewolf film, and he's going to try and get as many as the cast of Dog Soldiers in that new film that he's working on. So we've got a new werewolf movie coming from Neil Marshall, the director of Dog Soldiers, and I couldn't be more excited about that. Can't wait. I hope the design of the werewolves is similar to Dog Soldiers, but even more, impressive. Hopefully because of all his, successes that he's had afterwards with The Descent and stuff. Hopefully he'll be able to have more help, more money going into the werewolves themselves. Not that there was anything wrong with the Dog Soldiers ones, they're one of my favourites. but I know how difficult it was on the set, you know, all those stories. I got the book about the movie called Sausages, really good book. That should be on display here actually. There's quite a few steel books as well that I couldn't quite fit into the display here. I got the Bad Moon steel book, that's gorgeous. A really nice 4K special edition of Dog Soldiers, couldn't quite fit that in here either. Got a little section for Art the Clown. Got more Art the Clown stuff, but not much room, so just crammed in a few bits and pieces here. Oh, got the Lego Art the Clown that came today in the post. Is that worth doing a review on? It's so small. He is articulated though, so it might be worth doing a little video on him. Dust, my enemy. Yeah, I get a lot of questions about Dust. I don't know, I'm still struggling the same as you when it comes to that stuff. 18 years later, Dust is the enemy. What can I tell you? Right, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are awesome. I hope you've enjoyed this look at all things hairy and ferocious, a werewolf collection. And let me know how you're doing. I hope you're doing well. Christmas is on the way. I'm looking forward to it this year. Gonna start getting the decorations up on the 1st of December and just enjoy it. I'll be bringing you plenty of videos during December too. Alright, take it easy. See you soon. Bye bye.